Hey everyone, welcome to Digit.in, and today we're going to be unboxing the new iPhone SE 2020. So let's just go ahead quickly and take the top off the box and see what all it is that you get on the inside. So it's pretty cool that the box just slides off, and then on the inside you have this little paper pocket which contains quite a few things. It has a welcome guide, it has your Apple stickers, and it also has a SIM removal tool on the inside. So that's something we're going to put aside. Then you of course have the brand new iPhone SE 2020. Now, a couple of things about this phone that are actually special are the fact that, well, for one, it comes with a Touch ID button at the bottom. So there's no Face ID here, just Touch ID. And this is great for those of you who wanted this for a while and who preferred to have a fingerprint sensor over a face scanner on your iPhone. Then there's also a singular camera at the back. So this is a 12 megapixel regular wide angle camera that you get from Apple. So we'll talk actually more about the iPhone SE 2020 in another video, but for now let's just put that to the side. In addition to that, you also get a 10-watt charging brick. So this is a regular type A kind of charging brick, so no fast charging here, unfortunately. You also get a pair of earpods. Now this has been a fairly standard accessory, like this has been part of every single iPhone's box, and ever since Apple switched over to this lightning port, so you have the earpods with a lightning connector, but what you don't get is a lightning to 3.5 converter, which is pretty sad because Apple gave it for the first year when they did this conversion, but not after that. Last and not the least, there's of course the Type A to Lightning cable. So this is for charging your iPhone, your brand new iPhone, and this can go in the plug over here, or you can charge it with your laptop or any other power bank which has a Type A port. So that's a quick look inside the box of the iPhone SE 2020. It's a fairly consistent set of accessories. In fact, it's kind of crazy how Apple has been super consistent with what they offer inside the box of the iPhone. There's always a cable, a charger, a pair of earpods, of course this paperwork over here, and then the phone. That's pretty much it. And over the period of time, we've seen OEMs ditch, for example, the earphones. Apple has not done that. We've also seen a lot of OEMs switch to providing a TPU case in the box, and Apple has not taken up that trend either. So that way you know that this is a fairly consistent company, and this is what you get inside the box of the iPhone SE 2020. Once you've taken the phone out of the box, you're gonna have to charge it for some time in order to make sure that you can run through the entire setup without the phone dying on you. So first and foremost, choose your language, and in this case we've chosen English, and the country could be in whatever country you're living in, essentially is what you should choose. So in my case, I'm gonna go ahead and choose India. And then what this does is it allows the iPhone to set up the language and the keyboard features, etc. in quickly. So we're gonna go ahead and set up manually and then continue. Then you can add a Wi-Fi network. This is required in order for you to essentially authenticate and authorize this iPhone. So I'm gonna quickly enter the Wi-Fi password and cover the camera in the meantime. Now, once the iPhone is connected to the iPhone, it can be activated. So let's just go ahead and hit next. I do not have a SIM card in here right now, so it sort of helps to activate using the Wi-Fi network. It takes a few minutes, and there's nothing to be worried about. Now, when you do set up an iPhone, you can do a couple of things. You can either set it up as a brand new iPhone, or you could continue and carry your data over from an older one. So in this case, we're going to get to that, but first let's set up Touch ID. So we're going to hit continue, and then it tells you to place your finger on the fingerprint sensor as so, and it starts to register your fingerprint. You have to repeat this step a number of times so that it can get a proper read on your thumbprint. Then you have to adjust the grip so that you can also register the periphery of your thumb, like so. It's a fairly easy and a fairly simple process, not a lot of hassle there. Then it'll ask you to set up a passcode, which is mandatory in case you want to use biometric authentication. So we'll just set the passcode to 0000, use anyway, and then 234, and then it should be done. Now with your passcode created and your fingerprint ID set up, next thing it asks you for is how would you like to handle your data. You could restore from an iCloud backup, you could restore from a PC, you could directly transfer from another iPhone by bringing it close and then the two talk to each other and then the transfer happens. You do need Wi-Fi for that. And if in case you do decide to do that, remember that the new iPhone will actually be downloading all of the apps from the internet. They're not going to be transferred over from the iPhone. So there is that. So we're just going to say don't transfer apps and data so that we can set it up as a brand new iPhone. Then it'll ask you to enter your iTunes ID, which in this case we do not. We can do that later. You can always do that later in the settings. It doesn't really change anything. Then accept the terms and conditions and then you're good to go. Now you could choose to have your iPhone updated to the latest version of iOS automatically, or you could say that you want to choose to install updates manually. We prefer to say manual because it's just better to have control over when your phone is updated. And then continue. You can set up Siri later, you can set up screen time later. Don't share, true tone display, yes. You can choose between dark theme and a light theme. Let's go ahead with dark. And then you can choose what kind of haptic feedback you want from the home button. So we've chosen that. Continue. And welcome to iPhone. And there you have it. That's literally how easy it is to set up an iPhone. There's absolutely no fuss whatsoever. The process is very simple, just a few taps. And of course, if you decide to transfer apps from another phone to the iPhone, then yes, it is a slightly lengthier process, but this is basically how you set up your brand new iPhone SE 2020. So make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss that. And there's of course the bell icon as well, which makes sure that every time we upload a video, you get notified of it. So make sure to hit that bell icon. As for me, I'm going to see you in the next one.